What's going on with you and Preach?
I love him. Wondering if it's enough to keep me there.
So, when did you enroll and get so close?
You're kidding, right?
It's not your motive that I'm worried about.
Picture this. Mel stands there, eyes wide with shock and joy, as one of her patients looks her straight in the face and says the words they have waited years to hear. She wants us to be the parents of her baby. Aw, yeah. The room feels like it stopped spinning. Jack pulls Mel close, both of them smiling through happy tears because after all the pain, all the losses, all the times hope almost died, this tiny life is choosing them. You can feel the excitement in the air like electricity. We're having a baby, they whisper to each other again and again, letting the words sink in deep. Jack looks at Mel like she is the whole world and says, "You feeling ready?" She laughs softly, a little shaky, and answers, "Well, it's feeling kinda surreal, but in the best way possible." Their hearts are full. The quiet town of Virgin River suddenly feels brighter, warmer, like every leaf on every tree is cheering for them. This is the moment they have fought for. After the wedding, after saying I do in front of everyone they love, now they get to become parents together. Mel touches her stomach out of habit, even though the baby is not inside her yet, and Jack rests his hand on hers, promising silently that he will protect this child with everything he has. Friends around them start to notice the glow. "You look like you could use a friend," one says when they see the couple lost in happy thoughts. "I could, actually," Mel replies with a soft smile, because sharing this news feels too big to keep inside. Some people in town have lost faith in me before, she thinks, but being your doctor is personal to me. Knowing there is someone in your corner, someone you can trust, that is what she wants to give this baby too. "They will stand by you," Jack adds, his voice strong and steady like always, but right when the joy feels unbreakable, a tiny crack appears. The birth mother needs time. "We are gonna need a little time," she says gently, and suddenly the air gets heavier. "What are we supposed to do?" Mel asks, her voice cracking just a little. "We are just supposed to sit here and wait?" Jack tries to stay calm for both of them, but you can see the worry in his eyes. "Well, what else can we do?" he answers softly. "It is not our baby. Not yet." Those 3 words hang in the room like a shadow. Not yet. The dream is so close they can almost touch it, but now it feels just out of reach. Their hearts that were flying high a minute ago start to ache with the waiting. Still, Mel and Jack refuse to let fear win. They hold each other tighter. "This is the end of one chapter and the beginning of another," Mel says, trying to sound brave, even though her eyes are shiny with unshed tears. "Yes, it is," Jack replies, kissing her forehead. People moved here because they wanted something more, something real, and this baby is the most real thing they have ever wanted. Deep down, they know love like theirs can survive anything, but the wait feels endless, and every day brings new questions. Are they ready for the sleepless nights? Will the birth mother change her mind? What if something goes wrong again? The suspense builds slowly, like a storm cloud rolling over the mountains around Virgin River. You can feel it in your chest, that mix of pure happiness and terrifying uncertainty. Mel tries to stay strong at work, helping other patients, but inside she is replaying every moment. "I wasn't ready for how painful it would be to feel hope again," she admits quietly one night. "It is risky. It is overwhelming. It is scary. But you know what else is risky? Falling in love. And we did that. We did." Jack smiles through his own fear and pulls her close. Their love story has always been about taking chances, about choosing each other even when the road got dark. Now they are choosing this baby too, no matter how long the wait or how many tears fall. The whole town watches them with soft eyes, some cheering, some worried, because everyone in Virgin River knows that happy endings here never come easy. And just when you think the excitement might settle, a new whisper spreads through town. "What is going on with you and Preach?" someone asks a friend, and the answer comes back full of heart. "I love him. I am wondering if it is enough to keep me there." Other hearts are hurting too. Other stories are unfolding, and all of it circles back to Mel and Jack's miracle that now feels so fragile. The baby dream is right there, shining bright, but one wrong step and it could all disappear. Will they get to hold their child? Will the wait break them or make them stronger? The first episode leaves you holding your breath, heart pounding, because in Virgin River, nothing is ever certain until the very last second. The waiting starts to feel like forever. Every morning, Mel wakes up hoping today is the day they get the call, the one that says the papers are signed and the baby is officially theirs. Jack tries to keep things light. He makes her favorite coffee, rubs her shoulders when she stares at her phone too long, and even jokes about baby names just to see her smile. But underneath it all, the fear is growing. What if the birth mother decides she wants to keep the baby after all? What if she finds someone else she thinks would be better parents? These questions keep Mel awake at night, staring at the ceiling while Jack sleeps beside her, his arm protectively around her waist, like he can shield her from the hurt that might come. In town, people start to talk. Not in a mean way, but in that small town way where everyone cares too much. Doc stops by the clinic with a knowing look and says, "You holding up okay?" Mel nods, but her eyes tell the real story. "I'm trying," she answers quietly. Hope is a dangerous thing when you have lost so much already. Doc just pats her hand and reminds her, "You and Jack built something strong here. Whatever happens, you have each other." Those words help a little, but not enough to stop the knot in her stomach. Meanwhile, other lives in Virgin River keep moving forward, pulling at the heartstrings in different directions. Bree and Mike are still figuring out their future after everything they have been through. Bree looks happier than she has in a long time, but there's a question in her eyes when she talks about commitment. Is this enough? She wonders out loud to a friend over coffee one afternoon. Mike overhears just enough to make his heart skip. He pulls her aside later and asks straight up, "What is going on with us?" Bree hesitates, then says the truth. "I love you. I just need to know if love is enough to keep me from running when things get hard again." Mike takes her face in his hands and promises, "We are not running anymore. We are building something real here." The moment is tender, full of promise, but you can feel the tiny crack of doubt still there, waiting to grow if they are not careful. Back with Mel and Jack, the suspense tightens like a rope around their chests. They decide to take a small break from the waiting game. Jack suggests a drive up to the spot where they got engaged, just the two of them. No phones, no worries, just the mountains and each other. Mel agrees, needing to feel normal for a few hours. They pack a picnic, laugh about old memories, and for a while the baby dream feels far away instead of painfully close. Jack pulls out a little map he drew himself, silly and sweet. Wherever my finger lands, that is where we are going on our honeymoon, he says with a grin. Mel laughs for real this time, the sound light and free. He spins the map, closes his eyes, and drops his finger. It lands somewhere random and far away. They both burst out laughing, imagining themselves on a beach or in a cabin or wherever fate points. It is playful, romantic, a reminder that life is bigger than this one waiting moment. But the peace does not last long. On the drive home, Mel's phone buzzes. She glances at it, and her whole body goes still. It is a message from the birth mother. Just 3 words. We need to talk. Jack sees her face change and pulls the truck over right away. What does it say? He asks, voice low and careful. Mel shows him the screen. His jaw tightens. Okay, he says. We go see her. Right now. No more waiting. They turn the truck around and head straight to the meeting spot the message gives. The whole ride is silent except for the sound of their breathing and the tires on the road. Mel's hands are shaking in her lap. Jack reaches over and squeezes them tight. Whatever she says, we face it together, he tells her. Mel nods, but tears are already filling her eyes because deep down she knows this could be the moment everything shatters. They arrive at a quiet park bench under big trees. The birth mother is already there, looking nervous but determined. She stands up when she sees them. Thank you for coming so fast, she says. I have been thinking a lot. Mel's heart pounds so loud she is sure everyone can hear it. The woman takes a deep breath and continues. I still want you to be the parents, but there is something you need to know first. Jack steps closer to Mel protectively. What is it? He asks. The birth mother looks down at her hands, then back up at them. The baby might have a health issue. The doctors found something during the last checkup. It is not certain yet, but it could be serious. The words hit like a punch. Mel feels the ground shift under her feet. Jack's arm goes around her instantly, holding her steady. What kind of issue? Mel manages to ask, her voice barely above a whisper. The woman explains it gently, medical terms mixed with simple words, but the fear is the same. It could mean special care, long hospital stays, maybe even... She trails off, unable to say the worst.